Hey, what's going on, traders? Just two trades. Pretty darn slow day in my world. Let's get to it. All right, so PDD being our first trade, really like this move out of the gate. It was a nice extension away from that previous resistance from the high that it had yesterday. If we zoom in, we'll see we got this nice big move through that previous high. It also went up through a key area, that 66.50. I was hoping to get a little bit higher when I first initially got in, but it only got to like 66.70 or so. I mean, you can see it went to 72. We ended up hitting this at 66.61 for 50 shares. Really was looking to get previous resistance on this one. I don't know. Sometimes PDD tends to kind of grind away like this one did today, or sometimes it actually tends to give you a pretty big pullback. And today it decided to kind of mess with us a little bit and try to go higher, but had two nice entries. It did go up to 67. I actually added before it went through 67 because it didn't seem like it wanted to get through. I was ready to actually, because I really like the move, I was ready to hit this on the other side of 67 as well after it felt like it was going to stop. Looking for a jiggle on that side, doing like a 1-1-1. However, that ended up being the top when it did try to poke through, gave us a nice pullback all the way down to 66 around our first entry. We took some off there at 75. I think I had an order out at like 66, 62 or whatever our first entry was. And we just barely got missed. It went to 65. So I hit it on the way back up for half of my shares. And as you can see, this candle ended up going all the way back to the highs and closing above 67. It didn't get much higher though. It only went like a penny higher and then stuffed all the way back down. And there was just this buyer sitting at 60. So I was a little frustrated and I was really just kind of looking to get out of this at this point, but I was trying to hold my position for at least the 50 test. It did get down through 50, but got bought right back up. So once I realized there was a bunch of buyers stepping into this thing, I decided to take half of my shares again instead of looking for the bigger move down towards 66. However, I was like, well, I'll keep the other half just in case. I'll put my take profit at my average, which was 77. And it's funny because you see the high of this candle was 77, which was my average, but look at our fill. We actually got filled at 78 somehow, even though on that candle, it seems to have never printed at 78. So that was a bit frustrating that we actually got filled above the candle. However, it did eventually go higher before ever breaking back down. So it is what it is. I would have stopped out at the same spot, even if it was over here. It wouldn't have really mattered. So a little unfortunate on that one. We ended up making $5 on that one where I was looking to make like $25, $30. So a little bit frustrating. And then we had CRKN, which was a penny stock, but I really love the movement. It was pretty much, it wasn't necessarily volume out of nowhere, but it kind of was. And this thing was moving like, that we actually like to see movers. If you would like to see this on the live stream, feel free to hit that join button down below and it will give you access to all of my live streams if you didn't catch it live. And yeah, so there is that option. But so this was a quick move, was obviously looking for a bigger move up through the $0.50, but I started it. I actually had an ad sitting at 62. Unfortunately, it only got to 58, so we didn't get that ad. Would have been really nice. Get the move back down. Took half off here. Actually, it was a little more than half. Took 75%, it looks like. And then on the move back up, we took the rest. So it was half and half. Bit frustrating because I was really looking for this one to come all the way back down. And as you're going to see, they run this back up to the highs only for it to be the fake out breakout, and then it does come crashing all the way back down. So that was a bit frustrating. And then I think it actually tried to go back up. Yeah, I was watching this a little bit later, but I mean, look at that move. That's what I was trying to capture. I really wanted. So when I was in this, I think I even said it on the live stream, I was looking to try to ride my full size down as far as I could to like 40, because I mean, that's what these typically do. You get the move up and then it comes pretty much all the way back down. They do it all the time. However, you could tell on the way down that buyers were stepping in pretty heavy. So basically, it was my job at this point to try and figure out how far we could get down before they started to push it back up. And so I started to notice it was really struggling right around here at that 48 area. And so we took some off, hoping that that wasn't the case, and we were just taking some off to be safe, and that we could get the rest to trail back down. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. It started to come back up. You can see our average was at 53. I believe we take these off at 53, right at our break even. And so Yeah, another frustrating trade. Looking for a lot more than we actually got. So we ended up with a pretty small day, but we are green. So there is a positive there. And we can move on to tomorrow. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Always appreciate the support. If you do have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.